Here's this lady at Target.
Yeah.
And she's in the aisle where she wants to pick up some canned beans because they are the musical fruit. So she picked up some canned beans, but she was looking and she's like, oh, how cute. Somebody left one of those toy snakes on the canned beans.
Okay.
And so then she inspects a little bit further before she sticks her hand on the can to grab it and put it in the shopping cart. Turns out the snake was real.
In Target?
In Target, yeah.
Yeah,
hitting over the Hormels. There's a snake. Turned out it was just, a harmless snake.
There's no harmless snakes.
Yeah, there is harmless snakes.
No, there's not.
Yes,
because when I see one, I scream and run and hit people out of the way. This
was just a rat snake. One of the employees came,
do you understand?
did a whole Steve Irwin with it and then relocated it to nature.
Relocated it. Did you hear what you said? A rat snake.
Yeah.
Don't put those two things ever together again.
I didn't say rattler.
No, but rat snake. Rats, I don't like them. Snakes, I don't like them things.
That's why they named it a rat snake. Just for you. By the way, don't judge. Don't think. Now, listen, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking.
Judge that snake. I'm sorry.
She done judged the snake. I'm thinking if I hear that there is some kind of creepy crawler in a store, I'm like, I'm never going to that store. Listen, it doesn't happen all the time. It was a one and done incident.
Yeah.
Things kind of happen. Lizards get into stores and snakes will get into a store from time to time.
I'm good with lizards. Y'all fine. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Snake,
well,
and it's nothing against Target, but I will inspect my beans a little better from now on.
Mm-hmm, yeah, she's getting all Indiana Jones on us here.
His morning crew.
Danita's with us at his radio, 800-447-7234. It's Rob and Liz. You heard about that snake in a store? Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh, I experienced something. What was it, Danita? You're on his radio.
I was working at Ingalls and Clinton, and we opened up pretty early. It was like 6:30. The doors opened, and in walked a full-grown Joe. She walked in, she looked around a little bit, she went over to the flowers, and she nibbled on them. And usually when they get in there, they go berserk.
Did I hear you right? Usually when they come in there, as if this has happened before?
It's happened before. There's been baby ones.
Baby deer coming into the store?
I would love that. I just want to work there now just so I can see the deer coming in.
It's like they all go to the floral department.
Well,
have a little snack, and then leave.
I mean, it's got its Ingalls card. Might as well.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
I love nature. Just going outside of my house, looking up to the sunset, seeing the stars at night, just taking in the sound. That's a simple pleasure for me. You don't have to spend a thing on it. You don't even have to plan for it.
Something brings you joy and makes you happy.
Yeah.
Is that basically it?
Yeah. And then some people were saying things like just watching their favorite movie, listening to their favorite song, just maybe it evokes a memory or something, their favorite artist, or reading a really good book. What's one of those things?
Well, there's something new that we're doing because we have a puppy in the family.
Yeah.
So we've been spending a lot more time outside.
Yeah.
So that puppies can get out their energy.
Well, sure.
And so we're sitting on the back porch, which is a little cement slab with a couple of chairs on it. I mean, we don't have anything spectacular. So we sit out there, put the umbrella up, and let the puppies play, basically. And that's what we're doing. And I'm going through the Bible in a year. So I picked up a newer translation. It's called the New English Translation.
Okay.
And it just came out. They've been working on it for a couple of decades.
Right.
And so I picked that up, and I'm going through the Bible in a year on that.
Yeah.
There's a morning reading and an afternoon reading, but I'm lazy. I do it all at once.
Well, sure.
So
I
I
can
sit on
see
the
that.
back deck, and then in between, getting the puppy out of eating flowers and dirt,
But it's
and
still
jumping on the other
fun.
dog, and
Yeah, well, true. But it's still fun. I mean, it still brings you joy because he's so young. Ranger's what? He was just born at the beginning of the year.
January 1st. So, but
Yeah.
it's given us something different and new and very easy. I mean, it doesn't cost a lot of money to go sit on a concrete slab in the backyard.
Not at all. Or walk through the grass with, barefoot, having your toes in the grass. I love that kind of thing.
As long as there's no sand spurs. I grew up in Florida. There were sand spurs. It was horrific. She just brought back a bad memory.
I am so
Thank
sorry.
you
That is
very,
not what
very
that
much.
was meant to be. But yeah, so what is that thing and how did it start? Like that thing that just brings you joy and you don't have to spend a dime on it.
Tell us the story. 800-447-7234.
Mornings with Rob and Liz.
It's those things in life that kind of make you say, don't worry, be happy. Did I do that right?
Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
I tried. I didn't sing it.
That's what I was waiting on.
No. You don't want to hear me sing. People get sick.
No, they don't.
Oh,
No
there is.
worries.
Yeah.
Be happy.
So we're hearing from a few folks that say, here, you know what? Here's the story behind some of those simple things that you don't have to spend money on that kind of help us out along the way at 800-447-7234.
Yeah, Lauren said, my favorite priceless thing in life is just hearing all my kids playing together. They're 2, 3, and 8. So when they're playing together and she hears their laughter, it just makes her little heart sing.
Oh, that's nice. I like
Love that. Jonathan said, one thing for me I enjoy is going off to the mountains, going hiking, and looking at everything that God has made, plus getting on those trails where there's nobody else there. It just started when he was young. Their family would go out and do those things.
That's good.
Yeah, so it's a little throwback to childhood.
I love it. My kids are starting to do that now because we did that when they were growing up.
Yeah,
just
that's
go out,
fun.
hike and camp and get the tents out and all that other
Yeah.
stuff. Here's Jennifer on his radio. Okay, what's your story, Jennifer?
I grew up with my sisters. Like, we would just turn on the music and dance in the road when the sun was setting and it's hot outside. And I've kind of carried that on with my children. So when the sun is setting and it's kind of warm outside, we just turn on the music and dance in the road. And that's like the most happiness. Like, my kids love it and we still love it.
And that's so much fun to do.
It really, I want to do that tonight. I've never gotten like
Really?
in the middle of the road and danced and all that good stuff,
What
but
are your neighbors going to think?
I don't really mind what they think.
This is going to be you out on the road dancing.
You know, Taylor might join me. That's my daughter if she still lived at home,
She
but
doesn't live with you.
I'll get out there with the dog. Charlie will dance with me.
That'll make
no
it
worries.
look more normal.
His morning crew.
Lauren said, I love taking my horses and going riding on those mountain trails. You got no phone service, completely peaceful, and it's where she gets a chance to really talk to God. And she said, man, does he talk back? And he's really loud. She hears him because she's so close to him.
My wife, whenever we go on vacation, it's always in the mountains. It's always in a cabin. It's always away from Wi-Fi and cell coverage.
Love it.
She does her studying very well when she her research well when
No
we go on
distraction.
vacation. Yeah. We have Angie along with us at 800-447-7234. What's up there, Angie?
Clean linen. I absolutely just melt when I get inside. Clean linen, the smell of Clorox. My grandmother used to hang the linens on the line, and when I snuggled up in her bed, it was like, heaven. So anyway, that is definitely my happy place.
I remember my grandmother hanging up the clothes, too. That's a lost thing. That doesn't happen anymore.
Not very often. And that Clorox smell, I know exactly what she's talking
Really?
about. Yeah, just that, like not straight out of the jug or anything like that, but from the clothes themselves, the sheets.
After they're washed and get dry. And yeah, that's true.
yeah.
But when they're warm, that's the best.
Oh,
When those clothes are warm, my wife throws towels on our kids
yes.
out of the dryer.
Joey does that for me. I love it.
He throws towels on you?
He throws blankets, towels, wraps me up in it after they come out of the dryer. Oh, yeah.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Caleb, he's 11 years old. He decided, I'm going to be late for math class, and there's a reason why. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio. So Caleb's late for class.
Yeah.
He crashes into the middle of it and goes, listen, my grandmother passed out. I need help.
Right. Yeah, she had she had kidney issues. She was on dialysis. She has diabetes. all
legally
kind-
blind?
Yes, legally
Yeah.
blind. She couldn't help herself, right? She's in a wheelchair. And so he was at home just with his grandmother. His mom was at work, and she fell. And it was a pretty serious fall. Anyway, it wasn't something he could just pick her up and put her back in the wheelchair. So he tried to get through on the phone. Phone wasn't working. Couldn't get his mom. Couldn't get 911. So, yeah, he logs on to class, and his teacher noticed something.
Yeah, that there's something a little bit anxious about Caleb. And so he was able to say after a bit, here's what's going on. The teacher tries to call the mom. That doesn't work. Gets the principal involved. They get rescue out there. And finally, it's all over. Everything's okay. Grandma's going to be okay. And they were just kind of amazed after all of it of how well composed Caleb was through the whole thing. He's 11 years old. He should be panicking.
Yeah.
He wasn't. He was just like, I got this.
Yeah. Well, even the teacher said normally, he's very attentive and not that he wasn't, but she could tell something was off and she knew he wanted to talk to her. And finally, she just opened that door for him and said, "Hey, Caleb, what's up? What's going on with you?" And then it all spilled out. And there you go. He saved his grandma.
Just think, if we weren't going through what we were going through, if there was no Zoom virtual classes going on, and he was just kind of home by himself that day to help take care of grandma, that would have turned out to be a whole lot worse.
Yeah, but it's okay. Grandma's fine. Family's good.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
We're so grateful that you were a part of his radio, especially last week when we just had Friendraiser and we ended early, a day and a half early. Is that
Wild,
right?
yeah.
That's crazy. Oh, I tell you, we went 3.5 days, which should have been 5. It was so good. We met the goal because of you, and people like you gave for certain reasons, like this young lady.
Thank you so much for being there in the times that I needed it. I had a little situation yesterday, and I got kind of agitated, so I went and I cut the grass, and I was feeling great about that, but still kind of agitated. But the music just kept me going, so I finished all the grass and was almost done, and then I broke the mower, and, But you know what? The music was still playing, and I so appreciate that. So I donated already. This month I sent a check, $100, and you know what? I'm just going to send another $100 today. So thank you for being there, and stay on this program. Thank you so much.
Well, because of you, his radio is staying on the air. We're so grateful. I'm sorry that happened to your lawnmower. I wish I could fix things.
I know.
Is it a spark plug? I can change a spark plug. That's just about it.
Maybe that's it.
And I'm grateful that even during the times of anxiety, maybe in your own life, his radio, because of people like you, is able to tell others they are loved. Thank you for all of your help and your generosity during our recent Friendraiser last week.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've all been there when things are stressing us out and then that right song comes on or someone says the right thing that you need to hear, and it's just that reminder. But thank you for helping his radio stay on the air.
Good news, you haven't missed out. You want to be a part of the team, you want to give, you still can. Just go to the website, hisradio.com, or give on the My His Radio app.
Mornings with Rob and Liz.
Over a year later, and families seem like they're reuniting after this whole pandemic
Good to
thing.
see.
Saw a couple of stories like Fred. He hasn't been able to see his mom for a super long time. Totally missed her 100th birthday party. And just saw mom at her 101st birthday party.
I'm so glad he got there to join her for that.
Yeah, that's something you don't want to miss.
Well, yeah.
So he was able to do that, bring friends along with him. And then I saw that Barb and Jim finally was able to see their granddaughters. The last time they saw them was March 12th last year. And March 13th, they were able to reunite.
Oh, just a year and a day later.
And a day later, yeah. So they were able to see their granddaughters and their son and daughter one more time.
I think that's happening for a lot of families. That I saw a news story, I guess maybe a week ago or so, where a woman in California had not seen her mom in a year. Finally, she was able to get on a plane and reunite. And it's just so sweet to hear those stories and what people are doing once they reunite.
Well, for this week, at the end of this week, my father-in-law and his wife are coming. And we usually go to Michigan twice a year. And we were supposed to have Christmas together. And it was like, sorry.
Can't do
it's
that.
We just can't risk it.
Wow.
And we're like, we totally get it. And then I wound up having health problems, and my family got COVID during the holidays. It was not fun.
No.
So they're coming at the end of this week. So we'll see them at the end of this week through the weekend and a couple of days next week.
And just think of that reunion that you're going to have. Your wife Amy seeing her parents, and the grandkids are going to be coming in. And
they haven't seen our new house.
Oh, that's right. Or the dog, the new dog.
It's new house to us, or the new puppy, or all that stuff. So it's going to be fun. It'll be good. And they will see their grandson lead worship.
Which they haven't been able to be part of.
Not at all. Only online stuff.
That's going to be awesome.
So that's going to be a reunion for us.
His morning crew.
We are going to be buying probably some greeting cards over the next couple of months.
Why is that? Oh, you got Mother's Day.
Father's Day. You've got
the forgotten holiday.
Graduation. You got weddings. Okay, so you're going to be buying a lot.
She missed that. Did you notice?
What did you say?
You said Father's Day.
Yes?
I said the forgotten holiday.
No, that is not the forgotten holiday. Absolutely not at all.
Oh, okay. Yes, it is, because you get all the kids in school that make all this stuff for mom, and then by the time there's summer vacation, poor dad. I know, first world problems. I'm just venting. I'm done. Okay.
Well, remember, Dad, I promise. Hallmark is going to help us out because the cost of cards has gotten ridiculous.
Have they really? I haven't
$7.99
looked. For what?
for a card.
A normal card? When I say a normal
much.
card, I should say, without all the fancy.
Well, so $4.99 probably for just a run-of-the-mill generic card. And then you add glitter on something and the cost keeps going. It's crazy. 'Cause
Yeah.
I have to buy a lot of cards. Hallmark
You don't have to. You want to.
What? No, I don't want to. I would rather put that money into a present and then just be like, it's from me.
Make
rather than a card.
make your card.
Oh, that would be terrible. It would look like a kindergarten project. It really would.
Oh, that'd be even better.
No. Hallmark's given 3 free cards, though. You can go online.
There's a catch.
There's really not.
Yeah, there is. There's a catch.
I signed up for this.
Did you have to? Are they throwing email your way now?
Okay, well, I did, but I can unsubscribe and opt out anytime I want to.
Yeah, they'll still come back to you.
No, they won't.
Yeah, they will.
Don't do that.
Okay. So you signed up for 3 free cards.
Yes, they're giving away 333,000 3-card packs. Totally free. You just go online, you sign up, they send them in the mail to you. They even sent me a coupon.
What's the catch?
I'm telling you, there's no catch.
There's a catch. There's always a catch.
I don't know.
Come on, there's a catch.
Maybe they'll send me a
Did you read the fine
cinogram or
print?
something.
There's fine print.
I didn't. Don't, because I'm looking forward to getting my 3 free cards.
Well, enjoy them while you can because there's a catch somewhere.
No!
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Linda's here at 800-447-7234. What's up, Linda, about the cards?
When we need to buy a card, we go to a grocery store and we find a card that says happy birthday or happy anniversary, and we give it to each other. We read it, and then we put them back, and then we go and buy dessert somewhere.
That is such a romantic little date. I love that. I'm going to put that away for a while.
You're saying if I bring my wife Amy to the grocery store, this is a romantic date?
It's so cute. Yep. I wouldn't think you need to do that all the time.
Well, her birthday's coming up in June. I'm going to go, hey, sweetheart, let's go on off to Publix here.
Maybe hold it for your anniversary so you can give it to each other.
Ah.
There you go. Yeah.
His morning crew.
She's really proud of herself for finding some free greeting cards that I think there's a string attached to.
No, you just maybe get an email or something, but you get 3 free Hallmark cards. That could be like $15.
Something's attached. Nothing's for free.
Yeah, it is.
No,
You know
no.
what's free?
Nothing's for
Look
what?
at my face.
What?
Smiles.
Oh, my gosh. We
It's
just
the
got
truth.
so cheesy.
I'm sorry. It's free.
Smiles are free.
Enjoy it.
Oh, boy. All right. Kimberly, help us here. Okay. So Kimberly shops at the Dollar Tree and finds greeting cards because she sends out tons of them.
Oh, cool.
She said, you find them for how much?
And you can get them for 50 cents.
See, now that is card shopping right there.
Yes. Well, and I'm not saying that I wouldn't ever buy one that was a little more expensive because I get it. If I found something, if I was looking for a specific card for something that I wanted to say to somebody and I found the right card, I would be willing to spend the extra buck sometimes. But if you're sending cards on a regular basis, you cannot afford to spend $3 and $4 on every card. You just can't do it.
Come on.
And they're beautiful little cards. They're beautiful.
And it's really more about what you write on the inside that makes the difference.
Exactly. Well, and you know what? An example of that, and many, many years ago when my daddy passed away, I had a supervisor at work that I had actually had some difficulties with just in work situations. But when my daddy passed away, she sent me the most beautiful card. And I can't even tell you everything that it said anymore. I don't remember that, but I do remember how it made me feel. So yes, what you say, that's important.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Hi, Rob. You're hearing Liz in the background. It's his Liz. So where'd that come from?
I went real southern real
you
quick.
You got that them there, Liz.
Hey, my
here.
name's Liz.
Woo-hoo.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, boy. Welcome to his radio. Goal was met, by the way, with our fundraiser last week. Absolutely phenomenal. We're still flying because of that.
Oh, yeah. We're
incredible
having fun.
thing that happened. I mean, we're praying hard for this fundraiser because you know how it's been financially for a lot of people during this whole pandemic thing. And the way that God used you, I mean, not only did it end early, our scheduled 5 days went 3.5 days, but it went over by 102%. As a matter of fact, I can't wait for you to hear this. This is one person who gives to his radio, and the reason why.
I am a bus driver, and I just want to let you know that I play your music every day. And I have kids who get upset with me, but then I have kids who now sing along with it every day. And I had a parent call me and tell me that these kids of hers get off the bus and they keep singing the music about Jesus and about God, and she was having a bad day, and she was listening to her kids talking about how God is their defense, and she said it just broke her, and she called me to tell me thank you for being the only source of Jesus that my kids have. Anyway, I just want to let you know that I play your radio station and that it makes a difference.
Well, thank you so much. And thanks for supporting his radio, by the way. To know that you're playing it in your school bus, to know that the kids are acting positively because of it. Now they're singing about Jesus, and now parents are hearing that, and they're like, wow, thank you for doing what you're doing.
Yeah, and that's exactly what that gift goes to do, is to spread that message and that joy to others. And, you know, if you didn't get in on it, maybe you were out of town, maybe you forgot, you can still give your gift at hisradio.com.
Rob and Liz.
His Morning Crew.
I don't know if you know anybody that's been using the Apple Fitness.
I have not.
Yeah, I have it on my phone, but I've never used it. I never paid for it. I guess you can get a free trial for a couple of days, and then they zonk you with a big price for it.
Yeah, I know. Ugh.
I don't even know how much it costs. 20, 30, 40 bucks a month, something like that. I don't know.
$40 a month.
I don't know, $800 a month. I don't know.
Keeps going up. I better get in on it now.
But the thing is, they've just added more fitness stuff to it. Some more workouts. So there's new workouts, like Jane Fonda's getting back into it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so she's doing a workout now on Apple Fitness.
Oh, wow.
The Apple Plus fitness thing that they have. Now there's pregnancy workouts.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so if a young lady's pregnant, they have workouts for that. For older adults as well, about 10 new workouts, or 10 minutes each, you know, for that. So
well, covering everybody's fitness level, because even if you work out all the time, you know, if you are expecting, you got to do things a little different.
It is a lot different.
Yeah.
So they're thinking about some other folks with this. They're just not thinking about the one who can do 18,000 burpees all the time.
Yeah, because, girl, that ain't happening.